Hello there. My name is Aaron Wilder, and I curated the Amos Eno Gallery exhibition Unstable Language on Artsy. And joining me today is Lulu Luyao Chang, one of the amazing artists in the show. So thank you so much, Lulu, for being with me. And we're going to talk all things unstable language. And I thought it might be good to start out just with what that term, unstable language, means to you and how it relates to your artistic practice.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you for having me today too. I think for me, unstable language kind of means like how like speaks can like shifting the meanings all the time sometimes, especially across like cultural systems and also according to like different person's experience and their memories. Because I kind of grew up like moving between like different multiple cultures. Like I born in Japan and grew up in China and moved to US kind of 4 or 5 years ago. So I kind of been always aware of how narrative could be completely various. Even just for one thing can be different from different perspectives and also what their purposes is. Um, so yeah, and I feel like my art practice is talk a lot about around these topics and um, I kind of trying to uh, trying to revolve attention between like what is said and what is hidden,
Hmm.
and that way like my work kind of becomes a language more contradictions, but also translating my personal and political experience through the form or visual. Yeah.
Yeah, and the two works you have in the show are definitely have some aesthetic and conceptual links. And so there are some materials that are on both. Um, and they both have this kind of suspended tension. Can you tell me a little bit about the works you have in the show?
Yeah. I guess like the chain or the links are kind of like one of the recurring symbol I use a lot in my work. As a lot of my work, it's like as I said earlier, a little bit kind of like political and also social justice related, and I kind of feel like, especially grew up in China, feels like they're always invisible force kind of through uh, they kind of manipulating through ideology or censorship or social exploitation, and they always like shaping us like shape us and also shape the truth we learn about. And I feel like that's kind of like a thing it's been like pulling ourselves back
Hmm.
in a way. Also, I guess because the cultural environment in China is kind of pretty um pro nation nationalism, and I always feel like we're kind of been locked in this box or like being hold or like always having a structure kind of um how to say it, like surveillance us all the time, and that's like the feeling behind the chain. I use it a lot,
Hmm.
and both of the work actually having a part. It's a star-shaped human heart. Um, that's like one of the thing. Another symbol I use a lot And this is actually the first work I ever like developed the
Oh,
symbol.
really?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like this idea is the national flag in China is like having five different stars, and
Hmm.
there's a one big star, and with around it it's like another four stars. It's supposed to like the concept behind the design is supposed to like the big star means like the party, the communism party, and then the other four stars represent different classes of people.
Mm.
But in this work, I restored the human heart into a star shape, and also that it's like the only star still exists in this work, and also it's like that is the one biggest star, and
Hmm.
there's no other small stars anymore. And it's kind of like how the country like developing and becoming more um not that like care about the people anymore, like not at like what they were like blueprint from the first place anymore, and it's more about the compression and like
Mm.
just wanna make sure you guys are all being controlled and obey.
Hmm.
That's like yeah, that's how the symbol kind of like, and yeah.
And the title of this one is The Passion, and which from a Western perspective, that sounds like it relates to the Passion of Christ and the Judeo-Christian tradition.
Yeah.
Did that have any significant meaning for you in relating that term?
Yeah, I guess I saw this symbol also as like a metaphor of our body too.
Hmm.
It's also kind of like when I first developing it, I feel like um it's like now about the people anymore, and you're not being seen, you're not being heard, and the only thing they care about is like your hearts. It's like always following the party, and there's no second thought with the belief in the party. So
Hmm.
how I guess how related with the um, Christian religion um, aspect, I guess, in a
Hmm.
way.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
Um, And so both of your works in the show, as you just discussed, relate a lot to your growing up in China. And I'm wondering how you moved to the US, I think you said 5 years ago, is that right?
Yeah, I think so. Almost 5 years ago. Yeah.
How how do you feel being here? Do you feel there are parallels to your experience in China, or is it the opposite or same?
Yeah, that's the interesting thing. It's like obviously they now like exactly the same way, but I feel like there's a pattern where there's a similar way, like how, yeah, especially like current situation, like I'm as a new immigrant too,
Right.
and all the incidents happening with ICE or
Yeah.
stuff. It's definitely, and also I feel like compared to like 4 or 5 years ago, feels like it's like going down the hill and more reminding how my feeling like back in China, which is like kind of horrifying.
Yeah, there's some parallels there for sure.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Lulu, for joining in this conversation. And I want to remind everyone that Unstable Language is on view on Artsy through December 1st.
Thank
Thanks so
you.
much.
Bye. Have a good night.